Alright, welcome back to another session of our No-HUD challenge with AC3 and our 10-year anniversary playthrough. Currently at the very end of the game, with only 2 more sequences to go and a couple of homestead missions. So yeah, I reckon we're gonna get there today and finish off and send off the playthrough. Last time we stopped at the present day part and getting to rescue William, as well as recovering the last power source.
I'd get the power source hooked up before heading back into the Animus. But it's your call.
Yep. Let's go ahead and do that.
Approached, one that was dark and cold. It would consume us, for we were flesh, and flesh is frail. Though suits and shields might offer comfort, such adornments would not suffice, not to save us all. So we sought to change what we were. In this manner, we might thrive in a world made poisonous. It was Aita who volunteered to see if it might be done. Aita, my husband, my love. In the end, it changed him, ruined him. He was made a prisoner of the machines. The body might survive, but his mind became brittle to the touch. He begged me for release, for days, for weeks, for months. I pleaded with him to give us time to find another way. But there wasn't one. Not for him. Not for us.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because Aida's kind of sitting in a Animus-like device. And yeah, it seems like, he wanted to find a way to survive, I guess. Maybe by, becoming part of a machine itself, like storing his conscious in there. But yeah, he of course ended up being a sage, so similar to Odin or Tyr, a lot of the Norse Isu. They found a way to survive by getting reborn into human form.
What is consciousness but a series of electrical impulses? And the body a vessel to hold these sparks. But it is weak. In time, it decays and crumbles into dust. We asked ourselves then, what if it might be replaced with something stronger, something better? So we forged a new vessel, one that might endure. It proved easy enough to enter. But to leave required something more, something wrong. And so this too they abandoned. I wondered, though, were they right to turn away?
likely have to go down again. Interesting enough, you can't actually run up and then do like a side ejector. Now I can. I guess we gotta do this again. There we go. Bridge is now fully there, which means once you open the gate with a key, we have a way of advancing further in the temple. But, yeah. Key we still have to find. I believe we can actually talk to Sean, Rebecca, and William.
I regret not asking you to hack into the Abstergo servers while you were there. A couple of well-placed relays and we'd be swimming in information.
We have everything we need.
Yeah, except the key.
We're close.
How do you know?
I just do.
I've been poking around a bit. Did you know there are machines down here that make, well, mana?
Wizard mana or biblical mana?
What do you think? Biblical, of course. The Greeks called it ambrosia. The Indians, amrit or soma. Most cultures around the world refer to a divine food, though I'd say its taste is anything but.
You ate something that came out of a 75,000-year-old machine?
And I live to tell the tale.
So? What did it taste like?
Cardboard. Tasted of cardboard. Hardly the stuff of legends, though. I wonder if the first civilization didn't taste differently than we do.
Maybe the flavorizer broke.
Flavorizer? You've certainly got away with words, Rebecca.
You know, that's so Sean, that he would actually go ahead and eat something that came from the ESO times.
Things are getting worse outside.
What do you mean?
Every day for the past 2 weeks, the sun has been throwing off larger and larger flares. Older satellites are starting to malfunction. I hear rumblings of recalling the crew on the International Space Station. There's already work being done as well to shield power stations and transformers on the ground. Not that any of it matters. This goes far beyond some brownouts. We all saw what's actually coming.
Do you know how it works?
Look, I'm no physicist, but it's something to do with the Earth's geomagnetic field. The flares and mass ejections disturb it, which appears to trigger seismic events. I've tried reaching out to people who might know better, but they all insist it's bunk. And I don't blame them. Sounds ridiculous.
I wish it was.
Best we finish up with Connor. Come on, Desmond. In you go.
Hello.
Hey. Do you think killing Vidic set Abstergo back?
I doubt it. Sure, he pioneered the Animus, but they've had the technology for decades now. Plenty of other people can take his place.
And Cross?
Oh, he was a loose cannon. I doubt anyone's mourning his death. I think these days he was more a symbol than an asset. I'm sorry, I don't mean to dismiss what you did. But it's going to take a lot more than a couple of deaths to stop the Templars.
Did Vidic put you in an Animus when you were at Abstergo? They'd be able to search your memories and track you back here.
Oh, they definitely tried, but I made things difficult for them. You can resist, you can cloud up the transmission, or just refuse to move. Eventually, they would have gotten what they needed, but it still would have taken them weeks.
Vidic threatened to put me in a coma once.
It would have made you more pliable. But if the user isn't engaged, it's a mess. I know they've been working on ways to extract memories and let others sift through those memories. Maybe they're even analyzing mine right now. Maybe they'll find us. I don't know. What I do know is that we've got to get through that door.
Yeah. I should probably get back into the Animus.
Quite interesting what it says about others sifting through memories. Because that's essentially what you're doing in the modern day of Black Flag. Because Abstergo gets hold of Desmond's body. And then they use his memories to go through Edward's, life.
Hey. So, when this is over, and assuming it all works out, I was hoping I could, come home.
I'd like nothing more. We're almost there, son. We'll have plenty of time to talk when this is all over. We should focus on our work now.
Hey, Desmond, didn't Subject 16's...
His name was Clay.
Sorry, didn't Clay say Washington was a Templar?
No, he indicated that Washington came into contact with an Apple of Eden, but beyond that, it's all speculation. Furthermore, judging from the portrait referenced by Clay, the event occurred much later in Washington's life. Perhaps Connor wasn't even involved. It's very hard to know for sure. We'll just have to wait and see what, if anything, happens.
So that's kind of funny. Because, obviously they kind of like hinting towards tyranny of King Washington. But they say it's like much later in Connor's life. And the tyranny of King Washington is basically happening during the main game of AC3. So that's like another inconsistency with the DLC that they don't even, place it in the right time.
So what was it like being back at Abstergo?
I didn't expect to get out of there alive. It's a good thing Cross broke down the way he did. If he wasn't losing his mind, I'd probably be dead.
I guess he never really recovered.
What do you mean?
When he first came to us, he was exhibiting symptoms of the bleeding effect. It was real bad. He'd just go in and out at a moment's notice. No animus required. Got a little violent, too, sometimes. It took a while and a bunch of therapy, but we thought we had it under control. Once he went back over to Abstergo, though, who knows what they did to him.
I still worry about that happening to me.
He was raised in an animus, Desmond. There's overexposure, and then there's Daniel. Poor guy. That could never happen to you. We won't let it. Hey, when this is all over, we should take a trip somewhere. Celebratory vacation.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Now listen to you. Italy, Brazil, and the United States, all in the span of a few weeks. And you're complaining about not getting out enough?
Seriously, Sean?
No, not seriously. Are you mad? Trust me, no one wants time off more than I do, right? Do you have any idea how hard it is to crank those database entries out as fast as I do?
I mean, it's true. You know, considering he's not even working on it on a yearly basis, he's, you know, kind of like doing it in the span of a few weeks. Because this is currently December of 2012. And when AC1 starts, it's September. So all the database entries for AC2, Brotherhood, and AC3, he's written in like, you know, 1 to 2 months.
The sooner we're done here, the sooner we can take that vacation. Yeah, we should probably get back to work.
Right, back we go.
Home stretch, Desmond. I can feel it.
The tides of war are turning. The Loyalists fall back beneath the advancing Patriot army, their hold on this land weakening by the day. But the Templars only seem to grow stronger. Though fewer in number, the threat they pose appears undiminished. Making matters worse, Washington chose to spare the life of Charles Lee. I am told he has taken refuge inside Fort George, and so my days are spent searching for a way to breach its walls. Of my father, there is no trace, and I am glad of it. If I can be rid of Lee, there may still be a chance for reconciliation. And through it, peace.
Connor, he's asking for you.
Hello, Connor. Come now. Your sadness won't sustain me any more than that fool woman's soups and potions. Tell me of your latest exploits.
Charles Lee has been exposed, and the Patriots finally rid of him. They march now to secure the remaining cities that this country might finally be free.
Then you have won. The land and your people are safe. Yet you seem troubled.
Washington spared Lee's life.
So long as he lives, all are in danger. The same is true for your father. When you first came to me, you understood what had to be done, swore you'd see it through. If not for the Brotherhood, for your people, and all those threatened by the Templars.
But with Lee gone, my father might...
Listen to me. You have not come this far to throw it all away over misplaced sentiment. Both men must die.
Achilles.
There is nothing more to discuss.
Connor, I came as soon as I could.
Tell me you bring good news.
The Comte de Grasse said yes. You need only join his fleet in Chesapeake Bay and they will serve as required. But what exactly is it you intend?
It's better that I show you. Charles Lee may have been dismissed, but it does not mean we are safe.
But the commander?
The commander underestimates the threat, and no more time can be wasted trying to convince him otherwise. I must do this on my own.
Do what, exactly?
Kill Charles Lee. He hides within Fort George, which is itself surrounded by a militarized district. I cannot hope to infiltrate it directly, so I will go under instead.
Incroyable.
The tunnels leading to the fort have been filled in. While I secure the Admiral's ships, I need you to clear them for me.
And the ships?
When signaled, they will bombard the fort.
Breaching its walls and creating a distraction, I see.
In the chaos, I will slip inside, find Charles Lee, and silence him forever.
Yep. He's very determined to get Charles Lee. But you can't really blame him. Before I do anything else, though, I want to have a look if there's any homestead missions or anything of that sort available. Let's have a quick look around the different locations here. Okay, nothing in the frontier. However, there's an interactive conversation at the Mohawk village.
Na hoda desa ni gun hare ladun hagedu.
Kana dogu ramaheo.
Na awa ne.
Ya tak kweni kwa oriwio agiru.
Tiun kwe hun esera denyo di tara kwa nti ene kono kwa di ya dahunada kwe. Jinua ya dewa derio. Dogo ona ya ka hewe ya dayun kwa di hwayanda she. Tona ya dewa yere.
Ya. Dewesek. I jumhodza ne gaa.
Next ji doni kari wesh. Ohniyo ji ayu kwa karunya de.
Angwa ya danosta de.
Kwa dere ya taye dewa gani daye dewa deni dina hoda dawe. Doga era andewe de negon on jumhunjake. Ya taye dewa tka we jini ungwari hoda. Daweriane dewa hawi jini jugwenu.
Ya ta Onik zi azawa der harade. Kaknigari we sego de wagaduhunzoni.
Teo da hunjo hunrona jage da ya guatara. Onwak toga se jina hoda onwadu na gayero.
And yeah, that's it. That's basically the last time that Connor sees his people. Because, you know, they will eventually move to the west. At least most of them. Away from the war. Where's the homestead mission done? Over here.
You man, get down! Down, you bastard, get down! Down, you bastard, get down! Don't or you bleed! Down, you bastard, get down!
Ah, okay, it's further to the south here. Should be a viewpoint nearby too.
Are you in need of a first-rate rapier? Does your cutlass cut it?
Might be this viewpoint here, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's further to the south. Hey there, Crocodile. Welcome in. Good morning.
I am here on behalf of Dr. White. It is time the campaign against him came to an end. Who is selling the papers that slander him?
Well, you won't find argument from me. Doc Lyle healed my leg good as new. The pamphlets are being distributed by a few paper boys around Boston.
I mean, you get, you know, the money for the slender, and you get my bribe money, so you have more money.
Not much, but very kind of you.
Where's the man printing these pamphlets?
Look, mister, there's a man who pays me to hand his papers out. So long as he's doling the coin, I'll be doing what he asks.
Not to play near the manufactory buildings. The news of our kind in today's Boston Weekly Advertiser. Gentlemen dilettantes, amateurs and the curious public, Toby Lots of Jeffrey will demonstrate tomorrow by the Belfry his latest giant net for the entrapment of plummeting objects. Baronia transport leads between the city and Point South, including Philadelphia and Williamsburg, contract the services of Tom Harley.
Okay. That does it. Are we the White Death? We're talking about the doctor that's working for our village. Basically like slandering him. And yeah, we try to kind of like bribe them back so they stop, you know, telling bad things about our doctor. But yeah, the doctor is called Dr. White, so that's where the White Death is coming from. And we also have homestead missions in New York. But one over here, quite close to us actually, and one over on this side. Yeah, poor doctor. Doesn't deserve that. Okay, not quite sure where I'm supposed to go here. Over there?
I have come to inquire on a package arriving from France on behalf of Lance O'Donnell.
Was picked up and signed for by his apprentice a couple of days back, Patrick O'Hara.
Patrick O'Hara is Mr. O'Donnell's former apprentice. Would you happen to know where he is?
Sure, he's been hanging around the docks the last few days. Should be round the way. Here, take these pages and hide them. Don't let that guy get his hands on them.
I've been doing well, thank you, Crocodile. Yeah, I've been playing lots of AC, of course, with Valhalla, and now also the anniversary for AC3. I'm also gonna be starting my 15-year anniversary of AC1 on Sunday. It's gonna be lots of different ACs over here. Do I have to steal from this guy? I think so. Okay, so that's like... These people have to knock out and then I can loot them, maybe? Indeed. Yeah, very out of character. I like totally changed my game plan here. But yeah, how have you been, Crocodile? There you go. And Haverot, welcome in Sandy. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in Raiders. I hope you had a good rest of the stream. Oh shit. Where's my target? With Tomb Raider. How was it? Oh fuck. Okay. I got distracted. Never mind. Crocodile, been doing better. You got my pass a couple weeks ago, so you've been having a rough time. Ah, damn. I'm really sorry to hear, Crocodile. Yeah, that's definitely understandable, you know, that would need some time to deal with that. Hey there, Spectrum. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. And yeah, AC3 is going pretty good. We did some modern day. Now focusing on finishing the rest of the homestead missions before we head into sequence 11. But yeah, I think I might get to finish this game today. Depending how we do with the No-HUD challenge, of course. You did things, got 100% and revisited each location to see if any enemies respawn and have no dialogue. Came across a few gems. Who you had heard before, but others you hadn't. Oh, that's awesome. But especially, you know, given how often you have played the game and done like 100% playthrough, that you could still find something new. And yeah, GG's on, you know, getting the 100% done as well. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely, like, especially finding the homestead missions has been adding quite a bit of time. Because for the main missions, I usually know roughly where to go, but for the homestead missions, it's like, yeah, I definitely gotta check the map a bit more often. Not quite sure what has been saved. go ahead and loot this guy. But absolutely do the 2 you had heard before in the past run made you want to do it at some point in the future, so this run was a good opportunity to try all locations. Definitely do it, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder if there's like still more that, you know, might be uncovered eventually. But yeah, I reckon you heard most of them at this point for sure. Definitely are crocodile, yeah. Sometimes they remind me of Valhalla a little bit. Also love the finisher moves in that one. Okay. Did it? No worries, Rods. Take your time. And then we also have one over there. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit trickier to find because I have like no fast travel point nearby. What up? So it's roughly the direction we're facing.
Yes, didn't trade you bastard.
Seems legit. Okay, time for a small battle, I think. Amazing. And try to jump for him, but he will always dodge. Awesome. They will always dodge apparently in combat at least. That's interesting. Didn't realize. So somewhere nearby here should be the painting that we have to find for Achilles, I believe. Might be up here actually, I'm not sure. I really thought it was up here for some reason, but maybe it's just a similar type of house. Yeah, it is. It's like really close to the starting point just now. The thing is, there might be like a checkpoint before I get to select picture. Ah yeah. There we go. Hey Vitalian, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for joining with a raid there. Where was this painting? I have no idea. I think it's that building over here. Come on. Like this. Oh dear. So I'm at the right spot. I think it's over there. Okay.
It would have burned had it not been here.
It's really tricky because there's like so many similar houses with the same kind of like, you know, places. Like the exact same hiding spot we have already seen like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, that's a puzzle I needed for Achilles. That's funny. I started the killing animation, it got cancelled and they didn't attack me afterwards. So attempted murder they don't mind too much apparently.
Get going, I tell ya! Oh, don't lose him now!
Alright, but yeah, I think that's all of the homestead missions in both Boston and New York. So let's head back to Davenport and have a look. I reckon we can talk to Achilles and bring the parcel back to him.
I have the painting you sent me for. Would you like some help hanging it?
Maybe not just yet.
And every time I get to know more about the backstory of Achilles and AC3, I'm getting like more mad about AC Rogue and the way they portrayed Achilles there. Also how they treated the whole like Achilles losing his family storyline. Which is basically just like a side note in the game, even though it should be much more major. I can actually talk to Achilles again, it seems.
What is it, old man?
Just an old painting.
I have gathered that much. Why will you not open it?
It is something close to me. Something that I can't bear to look at just yet. Perhaps someday I will muster up the courage to gaze upon it again. But not yet.
And then I assume we can also go to Dr. White and tell him about having taken care of Slender. Maybe not. I think we have to go to Lance actually, because he found his blueprints from France. I think the Slender mission is already done with.
I have your plans. What are they for?
You got them! This, Connor, is the design for a chair that folds. Genius! You won't regret this.
Amazing. Like how I talked about inventing a chair that folds, but then he ended up, you know, buying the design for it instead.
Connor! Great timing. I was just getting underway on something that might be of interest to you.
What is that?
Those plans you retrieved for me. And believe you me, they were worth all the fuss. A folding chair.
I do not follow you.
It's a chair that folds, Connor. You can fold it right up and stack them, store them, transport them. I could have 1,000 chairs in my back room. It's simple brilliance, and I am going to make a fortune.
A folding chair. Well, I wish you the best with it.
You'll see, Connor. You'll see.
Ava Harbinger. Did I find the painting? How much time did it take? Yeah, I did find the painting. I had to check the map a couple times though, because the burning houses look pretty similar to each other. And I could have sworn I was at a place that looked like the hiding place like 3 times prior to finding it already. But yeah, I got it in a reasonable amount of time. But it was definitely tricky finding that one. Right, but yeah, I think that's all of the homestead missions currently. There's apparently another interactive conversation here, so I'm gonna check on that. And then it's time to head to the harbor and continue with sequence 11. Foreshadowing here. So this is not the first time we see Achilles like this, but you know, at some point of course we're gonna find him not sleeping anymore, but having found his eternal rest. There we will find him in a similar way, which is, I guess, actually good. Because it means, you know, he died peacefully in his sleep. That's snoring. Yeah, imagine sleeping next to that guy every night. It's like, no thanks.
Connor, I'm so glad you're here. The plans I bought, they weren't just a folding chair. Oh no, they had something else with them. Something quite astonishing. A flying machine designed by Leonardo da Vinci himself. And I've built it. Ha! You can be the first to try it if you like. You'll be able to fly, soar like an eagle.
And it works?
Da Vinci was one of the greatest minds in human history. As brilliant a man as there has ever been. You can be certain it works. Would you like to try?
Yes. Such a device would certainly prove useful.
That reference to AC2 and Brotherhood. But yeah, there you go. We were missing the fire. And without the fire, the machine can't really sustain its flight. So, it crashed. Similar to what happened to Ezio in AC2. When he first tried to, you know, use it. David Desmond, welcome in. Cheers, I appreciate it. And yeah, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day so far. Playing some AC3. Celebrating 10 years of a game being released with a No-HUD challenge, so playing without any of a minimap or other kind of like game indicators. I actually have 24k. I could invest that into the ship, just to be a bit stronger, I guess. Improved rudder could be good. Yeah, we would have enough for both the improved rudder and the extra health. So I think I go for that. The Battle of Chesapeake. Break through the blockade to access the bay by avoiding loyalist ships.
Lafayette promised me a fleet beyond compare and a captain without peer. Instead, I find myself greeted by one old ship and a boy in costume.
I promise we are all you need, Admiral.
I doubt this very much, but beggars do not choose.
And the ships I require?
They are yours, provided we survive this.
What would you have me do?
Hold the bay while I engage the main fleet. Should any British ships dare approach, destroy them. They must be kept from Yorktown. Too many.
If anyone can hold the line, 'tis us. I only hope the Admiral's quick to return.
Enemy approaching! All right, boys! Make ready for war!
Looks like they're coming to sail up. Ready yourselves!
Aye, aye!
Half sail, men! Taking out the half sail!
What a beautiful game to meet you on. I haven't seen the No-HUD challenge. Looks great cinematically. What's the most challenging part? Definitely orientation for sure, because you kind of like live without you know, counter indicators or like anything regarding like the controls or parkour and stuff. But what you can't live without so easily is definitely the minimap, because often you have like checkpoints where you have to go like to a specific point. And the game doesn't always give like a clear indication where that point is, so yeah, it can be really, really tricky to deal with, knowing where to go. But yeah, it's still nice though, because it really makes exploration a bit more rewarding, because every time you find something, it's you know, it's a very rewarding feeling for sure. Apparently I was really low in health there.
Breaking up! We're down the ship! Take care! Top sail, man! Take down the whole sail! Fire!
Yeah, that is for Harbinger. Like, can be a bit tricky to differentiate between who's actually your ally, who's your enemy. So I'm kind of like using here to orientate myself is kind of like if they try to take you, I guess. If you get like the red area indicator. But yeah, apart from that, it's kind of like tricky. I guess you can also pay attention to the flag they're flying. If it's British, they're like enemies, but it can be tricky to see from a distance sometimes. I'm stuck in this ship. Don't die. was a challenge for 100% sync that required you to explore 90% of the New York-Boston frontier map. Yeah, to get to 100% you have to explore, I think, literally like everything and unlock everything too. And then you also gotta finish the hunting map, where you gotta find all of the animals in the different areas of the map and stuff. It's actually insane how much is required to 100% this game.
Until they do. Oh, this is madness! You're alone and we're without reinforcements!
Imagine that without a HUD map. No thank you. I'll be playing that for years, I think.
Careful, Captain.
On the port! Get that gun on a track! Man of war! Christ! Man of war's on us! We're under attack! Man of war's firing!
Jesus Christ, how much damage am I doing here? Can't do shit.
That beast is sure to sink us if we're not careful.
Hard as nails now!
He's not really planning to board them, is he? Has he lost his mind? He's going to get us all killed.
She's coming about, sir!
This is yours, Faulkner.
Got him.
Bastard.
The French are coming!
Indeed, Rod. Like grandfather, like grandson.
They say you took down that man of war all alone. Perhaps Lafayette did not exaggerate when he spoke of your abilities. As promised, my ships are yours to command. What do you require?
5 of them must enter New York's harbor flying British flags.
Wait. I thought you might need some pirates killed or goods transported, and instead, you asked for us to, what, shell New York?
No. Of course not.
Ah.
Only part of it.
Explain yourself.
I mean to infiltrate Fort George, but it is too well guarded. Cannon fire will breach its walls and scatter its guards.
And a ship that flies the French flag could never get near it.
You understand, then?
Not at all. But a promise is a promise, even when made to a lunatic.
I will light a signal fire when it is time for you to attack.
Vous l'avez entendu, récupérez leurs drapeaux qu'on puisse les accrocher. Allez, vite!
Hello, Connor. Welcome back.
Is everything in place?
Oui. Lafayette waits for you inside the tunnel beneath the city.
Harbinger, the ship is yours, Mr. Faulkner. Right after destroying it almost completely by ramming the Man-O-War. Yeah, and after almost getting destroyed by the Man-O-War previously with mortar fire. But yeah, the ship is yours. There you go. A gift from me to you. But the cool bet is Captain Jean skipped Haven. That's true, yeah. Thanks to Reginald Birch. That Malaka Metrocoides naked eared. Didn't actually have any bounty. Thank you for the follow, Desmond. I appreciate it. And welcome in you again. Okay, so I think somewhere close by should be the underground entrance here. This viewpoint, but I'm not exactly sure where. Maybe here? Yeah, I think that's it.
You can't escape us! So slow!
Yeah, I mean, navigating the catacombs without looking on the map will be a little bit tricky. So, let me have a look here. I have to go. It's pretty close to us, to the right. Over this way, maybe. Okay, there we go.
A man of humble means who has worked to earn his place. I think.
Where is Charles Lee?
Connor! This tunnel will take you into the military district.
And the Admiral?
He waits for you to light the signal. And then the strike begins.
And we will be there as well.
like how I said, we, as in multiple assassins. However, he's actually the only one I've recruited in this playthrough.
They will lead me to Lee.
Indeed, they will. Yeah, let's have a look around where I'm actually supposed to go. I think it's over there. Oh damn, I don't have any arrows left. Okay, I do want to do this stealthy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reload the checkpoint here. I didn't think the rope dart would immediately let everybody detect as well.
Are you here, mein Freund?
Mein Freund. German. I appreciate Moda and Rod speaking well of me. That's very kind. Yeah, that's true as well, Rod, you know. Like, it's funny when they appear also like during the hanging of Connor to help him out, even though you never like met them or anything.
To fight. Need to stay away from the guards. Where are you, Charles?
Gone.
Give me Lee! Where are you, Charles?
You cannot hope to match me, Connor. For all your skills, you are still but a boy, with so much left to learn.
Give me Lee!
Impossible. He is the promise of a better future. Sheep need a shepherd.
He has been dismissed and censured. He can do nothing for you now.
A temporary setback. He will be restored. You act as though you have some right to judge. To declare me and mine wrong for the world. And yet everything I've shown you, all I've said and done, should clearly demonstrate otherwise.
not harm your people! We did not. We worked to see this land united and at peace. Under our rule, all would be equal. Do the Patriots promise the same?
They offer freedom,
which I've told you, time and time again, is dangerous. There will never be consensus, son, amongst those you have helped to ascend. They will each differ in their views of what it means to be free. The peace you so desperately seek does not exist.
No! Together they will forge something new. Better than what came before.
These men are united now by a common cause. But when this battle is finished, they will fall to fighting amongst themselves about how best to ensure control. In time, it will lead to war. You will see.
The Patriot leaders do not seek control. There will be no monarch here. The people will have the power, as they should.
The people never have the power, only the illusion of it. And here's the real secret. They don't want it. The responsibility is too great to bear. It's why they're so quick to fall in line as soon as someone takes charge. They want to be told what to do. They yearn for it. Little wonder that, since all mankind was built to serve.
So because we are inclined by nature to be controlled, who better than the Templars? It is a poor offer.
It is truth! Principle and practice are two very different beasts.
No, Father, you have given up, and would have us all do the same. Surrender, and I will spare you.
Brave words from a man about to die.
You fare no better.
Even when your kind appears to triumph, still we rise again. And do you know why? It's because the Order is born of a realization. We require no creed, no indoctrination by desperate old men. All we need is that the world be as it is. This is why the Templars will never be destroyed.
Don't think I have any intention of caressing your cheek and saying I was wrong. I will not weep and wonder what might have been. I'm sure you understand. Still, I'm proud of you in a way. You've shown great conviction, strength, courage. All noble qualities. I should have killed you long ago.
We've
got a problem. Hatham doesn't have the amulet anymore.
But the temple's still sending data. There must be more to this story.
Only one way to find out.
It's kind of interesting Hatham has a tomahawk. Isn't it? Maybe as a reference to Guts the Zeo, Connor's mother. But don't underestimate the Haven. All would be equal Haven, so poor people will be made equal to rich by the Templars giving them enough money. Exactly, you know. That's 100% what they would be doing.
My father is dead. Charles Lee now leads the Templar Order in his place. I see now why ours is an eternal war. For each piece taken from the board, another is placed upon it. Back and forth we go. Across the world. Across the ages. Some days mine feels an impossible task. But I cannot afford to be consumed with doubt. The people need me. Now more than ever. I must stop the Templars. I will kill Charles Lee.
Indeed we shall.
Give me Lee!
This will not necessarily, but they will be given the same 6-foot hole when they inevitably die due to not having what they need to survive. Close enough to equal, right? Right. Yeah, that's one way to make people equal, right? Is to like give them all horrible conditions to live in.
We gather today to remember a man of fearless vision who sought to change the world. And change the world he did. Look around. Even now, the British prepare to retreat. Their spirits broken. Their forces splintered. The Patriot leadership shall soon follow. Either into our service, or into the ground. And then, my friends, all of this will finally be ours. We have Hatham to thank for this. He and all those others who sacrificed for our cause. But he was not content merely to save the people of America, no. He sought to save those sworn to our destruction. He sought to save the assassins. Aye, it seems a mad thing now. And it cost him his life. The assassins are a cruel and terrible coven. They speak only the language of death. Too late he learned the truth of this. Murdered by his own son. He gave his life as he lived it, in service to a dream we all share. And so we must fight on. We will vanquish our enemies. We will spread our word. And in time, my brothers and sisters, in time, we will have our new world.
Yeah. This new word in America. Chassi is definitely really enjoying that role as a leader, isn't he? Where he's speaking self-righteous there. But you just found out there's going to be a sequel to Control. Awesome. That's great, dude. I know you've been enjoying that game greatly. And so have many others, so that's awesome. Have they announced any kind of like details about the sequel? This made me laugh that I have Where Shartsley as a tag on this stream. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest question, isn't it? Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night screaming, "Where's Shartsley?"
He sent me away. That day, at Fort George. He feared for my safety. I should have stayed. He said there was no danger.
He was wrong.
I will kill you, Connor. This I swear. Not here, though. Not today. No. First I'll destroy all you hold dear. I'll burn that homestead of yours to the ground and roast the severed heads of your precious founding fathers in its flames. And when I've finished with them, all the rest will burn as well. Your merry band of assassins, the human refuse that lives on your land, your village and its people, all of it, gone.
You can try, Charles. But as with all your schemes, this too will end in failure.
Get him on his feet. He will wait. He will watch. And then, when he's seen all his life's work brought to ruin, only then will I allow him to die. Take him away.
Shame we have to keep you alive. Give them a ring. Take a leg.
Salmonetta. Oh, never mind. I need to fight.
I'm over here. Clear shot.
Wait.
Where is Charles Lee gone?
The harbor. To catch a ferry.
Harbor. But at the moment, Just Have the project was previously under a code name, but it's going to be a full-blown sequel. Really enjoyed the first one, and Remedy makes some great games, knowing they already are doing Alan Wake 2, knowing this is a bonus. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, that's basically a dream come true, you know, to get like a sequel for both Alan Wake and Control now as well. Connor so unfazed, Charles Bain Lee. Hey, the Blue Tech, welcome in. How have you been? Hope all is well with you. Desmond Chazzi is completely changing his tone from the speech he was just giving. Surely everyone around can't have the same opinion of him. Yeah, boy, he surrounds himself with yes men, I reckon. That's definitely curious. Let's go on the high ground here so we can find the harbor a bit easier. So why is this still like this camera effect on here? Like I'm dying. Doing good, Blue Tech. Lots of live stuff going on. I gotcha. That's definitely fair. You also on your quest to platinum the AC games on PS5. Very nice. Which game are you currently up to? Wait, hold on. Did I have to kill more of the mercenaries? Because it's still my objective here, isn't it? Ah. Okay, hold up. I gotta find the checkpoint. Ah, never mind, I have to get to that chip already, don't I? It's kind of weird for that it still is saying I have to kill all of the mercenaries. Kind of weird. Yeah, let's go ahead and swim there. We've platinumed AC2, Brotherhood, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Nice. That's good, you got the two longest games out of the way already. I like playing Black Flag, the main story of Revelations, not platinum yet. Just doing them sort of out of order, whatever you feel like playing. Playing Black Flag. I gotcha. It's definitely fair. A few years back I also wanted to change it up a little bit, so I played all of the AC games in like a totally random order. Which was kind of nice, it was very refreshing. Jump back and forth between new and old games. Because yeah, sometimes it's just nice to kind of like change the order of how you do things. Which is why I also enjoyed the historic order runs quite a bit.
You there! Stop! Taking a run for it. Gather down.
I believe these men meet the requirements. You believe incorrectly. They're sick and weak. We're looking to build an army, not fill an almshouse. It would take months to get them into fighting shape. We don't have the time.
No. Please. We'll do anything you want. Anything. Only take us with you.
Quiet, Whelp! Your merchandise is useless to us. Perhaps we should discuss this back in my cabin.
Most of the remaining trophies for Revelations are like the Desmond sequences and the Lost Archive ones. I gotcha. There's definitely some tricky ones in there. For example, crossing the river Styx without dying. Or like doing that Abstergo mission without dying even once, I guess. Like the entire mission.
You there, stop!
Wow. Seriously? Wouldn't move away. Then I couldn't air assassinate him. I guess I can maybe go like this. Not sure if he's gonna see me. We just have to take him out here. Are you shitting me? Why did I fall down there?
Sorry to have disappointed.
As you should be. For us to have come all this way for nothing. Tell me now why I shouldn't have you thrown into the sea.
No need to be rash. Only give me a little more time. I'll scour the other ships if I must. I'm certain there are prisoners who will meet your needs.
Very well. You have 2 days.
Thank you.
Present yourself to the Green Dragon Tavern in Boston with the men you've chosen. We shall meet you there along with our master.
Brutek, you can't do AC1 of course, and Syndicate is also questionable on the PS5. Yeah, with all the lightning glitches and stuff. There's so much of that going on. Still a shame that AC1 isn't available on the PS5. But hopefully at some point. So I reckon I have to go to the Green Dragon Tavern, don't I? Yeah. Not quite sure where it is though. Let's go over here. Oh, nice. It's actually right next to us.
Need something, darling?
No.
Rude.
Can I help you? You know you can. Pardon?
Oh!
I do not like having my time wasted.
Stop that! Oh, don't make me call the guards!
Make a sound and you die.
What do you want? He's in the harbor, at the long pier, most likely. We heard what happened at the parade.
Charles got all nervous. Said he was leaving the country. I thought he was overreacting. Guess not. No.
Thank you.
Kindly near the harbor. Okay. It should be not too tricky to find, I reckon. Just gotta find the harbor side. Then we should go to the right side, facing the harbor.
Where is Charles Lee?
There he is. Ava Kobe, welcome in. Perfect timing. We found him. Hope you've been doing better, Kobe. You're back to normal. Oh, enough is bug. Freaking hell. Come on, shots. Have a job to do. I love it when that happens. Just standing there and you can't trigger the checkpoint.
Where are you, Charles?
Back to normal, Kobe, back in Munich and working and going to concerts again. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Glad to hear if doing better again. Originally when Black Flag came out, you stopped playing AC games just because you didn't like the naval campaign of AC3. But Black Flag is such a good and fun game. Yeah, I felt kind of similar to take. Like, I wasn't really a fan of Naval initially in AC3, so when a pirate game focusing on Naval was announced, I was like, no, thank you. Then I played it, and I fell absolutely in love with it. I still would have liked for Edward to become an assassin, or like to have like more of an assassin focus. But I think they really nailed the game, but also the universe, regardless. There we go.
Why do you persist? You put us down, we rise again. You end one plot, we forge another. You try so hard, but it always ends the same. Those who know you think you mad, and this is why. Even those men you sought to save have turned their backs on you. Yet you fight. You resist. Why?
Because no one else will.
Indeed, Kobe. Basically sums up Connor as a character, you know. He's the one who doesn't give up. He's the one who's persistent. Like I was already quite clear at the beginning of the game when you met Achilles that he would never give up.
Rough night, was it? He headed inland. Took a ferry up the Charles River.
I will need passage as well.
Of course. Only say the word.
Driven by pure revenge, indeed. And now he's finally gonna take it. Now comes one of my favorite scenes in AC3, because it completely communicates without any words whatsoever. Charles took the Charles River. Of course he did. He took the Charles River to Fort Charles and stayed there until the end of his days. Chartception. Where's he going? Driving into my way, dude.
Where are you, Charles?
What is he doing? The fuck? What? Are you alright? think he's not. Sure, go through there as well. I'll go through the mountain. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. What is even happening? It just disappeared. Okay. Thank you for clipping that rod. Holy shit. Yeah, first time I've seen that in this game, in this playthrough at least. But yeah, there's definitely have been quite a few card bugs, but that's on another level.
Put some dirt in your eye.
Why would they leave this behind?
Long have we waited for you to return. You have done as we asked. You have succeeded.
No! I have failed! My people are gone! Chased out by those who I thought would protect them!
It is a trade, a sacrifice, and not in vain. For you have found it.
This?
Now you must hide it, where none shall think to look, and then in time, what once was, shall be again.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. Only do as we ask. Then, you may do as you wish.
But what of my people?
You have saved this place, as was your people's purpose, and that matters most.
It is not enough.
It will never be enough. You strive for that which does not exist. Still, you have made a difference, and you will do so again. Remember, you must hide the amulet where none might find it.
There we go. It's the end of sequence 12. Yeah, it really did rot. You know, that's orb.
I know where the key is.
Quite a journey.
Then let's go.
Guess this is it.
We're right behind you.
Yeah, there we go. That's where we find the key to finally open the gate. But I think you mean do what I asked, you know? Pretty much, yeah. Succeeding in manipulating Desmond there. Making him think that it's like, you know, multiple of the first civilization people that wanted this, even though it was only her. The fields, Kobe. Yeah. Especially with that music as well. Am I starting AC1 right after this? You mean not today, but it's the next AC game? I will, yeah. Yeah, on Sunday we're gonna be starting AC1 because Sunday is gonna be the 50th year anniversary for AC1. On the 30th of November. So gonna be starting it then. I still have a few things to do for AC3 today because I still haven't done the rest of the homestead missions, so I'm gonna do them as part of the epilogue. But if there's still time afterwards, then I might still jump into some Valhalla, or maybe some river raids or mastery challenges or something. But I'm gonna do that spontaneously, I guess. First, we're gonna see how much longer I'm gonna be playing AC3 today. Yeah, this is it.
truth.
Yes. Come. Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait! Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left. You destroyed the device.
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain. While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machine to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you, that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying! Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it.
Is that so? Show him then.
But he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
If you heed Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time, as a god. It is the cruelest fate to have written words that meant well and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better? She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
Then the consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can.
Come with us. We'll find another way.
There isn't time.
Son.
You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
Requiescat in pace.
Global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it'll be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's event. But it appears the worst is behind us. We'll be sure to bring you more as this story develops.
It is done. The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now it's time that I play mine.
And there you go. So, the world doesn't end. However, there's still pretty dire environmental effects that occur in the world now, like, you know, the permanent aurora borealis, northern lights, but also, you know, like comets flying down and all that type of stuff. Like, it's still happening, as we also see in Valhalla later. It's like even increasing with time. And Juno is now free to roam the Earth. At least her consciousness is. But yeah, this is where the true modern world story should have ended. After Desmond's death, they started making stuff up, like working for Abstergo. Yeah, they definitely tried to salvage, I guess, what was left of the modern day. But with Desmond dead, you know, like, it didn't really kind of like go for another protagonist for quite a while. Obviously until Layla, it didn't really commit to anything. And I think that was the issue, like they could have definitely told more of a modern day story, you know. If they would have just committed to a modern day protagonist from the get-go. We could have even had a situation where we play as both Rebecca and Sean for a game or something like that, but yeah. But yeah, the thing is, even back then, the modern day wasn't liked by very many players. Like a lot of players even back then said, modern day is boring, I just want to play the historical timeline. And I guess it's similar to today, only that the modern day got a lot worse than it ever was. It was obviously quite good back then, it wasn't just interesting to lots of people, I think. So yeah, I think that's also a reason for Ubisoft to kind of like focus less on that aspect anymore. Our question is though, what if the ESO were wrong about that part of the calculation? Food for thought. Yeah. And I mean also what Juno is telling us about what will happen if we heed Minerva's warning. You know, that is just her version and interpretation of what's going to happen. Like, yeah, I definitely believe that history would repeat itself because humans, you know, repeat history all the time. And there's definitely gonna be fanaticism again and all that, but you know, it's not like that's the only aspect of what's going to happen, because what she showcased that was a lot grimmer than the present was. So yeah. Also, thank you for clipping that second part of the horsing around Kobe. Yeah, post clipping issues. Desmond tired, Desmond sleep. It will happen in an instant. Yeah, no pain. So much about that, you know. Took him at least 5 to 10 seconds. And like a pretty severe burning sensation on the hand and arm before he died. But you're so glad the final part of Juno's story was told in a comic book instead of a game. How about players who follow the story in the games and Juno's involvement want to actually fight her? Yeah. I mean, it's not like they build up her as like the major antagonist from modern day. It's really odd, you know, like how they set up you know, story at the end of this, you know. And you really think like, okay, I'm gonna go and actually meet her in modern day now. And when we get like a bit of a glimpse on it on AC Black Flag, of course, but afterwards it's just completely gone. Like, yeah, we still have Juno appearing, but it's more like previously on Assassin's Creed, you know, when she has to say something, it's not really anything pushing forward that story arc. And resolving it in like a side media that maybe only 1% of a player base, if even, is gonna check out. You know, with something that has been started in the games is just such a shame. Hey Valevi, welcome in. Long time no see. I did it indeed. Yeah, finish the main game. There's still a bit of epilogue stuff going on, but yeah, I'm done with the main story. Clipping the clipping. The clipception. And yeah, Desmond, I think he's 6 feet deep now. That bastard. But yeah, I think while these credits are going on, I'm actually gonna go and take a break. And yeah, once the credits are over, I should be roughly done with my break anyways. And then we shall have a look at the epilogue content, because there's still like 2 or 3 missions of the main story. More like cutscenes, I guess. And then we also have a few homestead missions left as well. So I'm gonna go and try to finish that for today's stream, and then we're gonna see how much time is left and if I'm gonna be streaming anything else. But exactly, it should be a game come first approach. If you want to have a character given more story in another medium, choose someone who isn't the main protagonist or antagonist. And if you do, make sure you're not ending a character story off or life in it. Exactly. Just kind of a dick move, you know, to kind of like end the story that has been started in another media. And I can still, you know, see people getting confused about it so much. Like today on Reddit I saw someone doing a post about what happened to Valhalla's modern day and what happened to the whole Juno story arc and stuff, you know, like people are still playing the games and are not being aware that that has been resolved, you know, or at least a lot of them. And it's crazy, you know, like it's been 7 years since the comic came out, I think. So yeah, you know, like they should do a better job at kind of like clarifying like that has happened. If they never did anything more with Desmond's son, yeah, that too. Especially with his son, you know, being like a sage of Aita and everything. There's like so much potential. I could have easily made him become the new protagonist as well. But yeah, either way, I'm gonna go and take a break now, so I shall be back in like 10 to 15, and then we're gonna have a look at the epilogue stuff that we still wanna do for this playthrough. So yeah, I will catch you guys in just a few. Thank you, Rod. I definitely will. And Bluetech, I think you can still do those trophies. I think the only multiplayer modes that were affected by the recent server takeoff were AC Brotherhood, Revelations and 3. But Black Flag should still work.
Where is Charles Lee?
Alright, I'm back. Thank you all for staying tuned, and welcome back to more of AC3. It seems like the credits finished a bit earlier than my, break lasted. Hey Vamola, welcome in. Good morning to you. Am I going to end or keep going? You demand a continuation. So I'm gonna keep on going. Yeah, I still have a couple epilogue stuff happening. So we got the 2 epilogue missions, I think, and then also I have a couple homestead missions. So I'm gonna at least do that today, and then see how much time I have left, or maybe some other stuff. But yeah, I hope you're having a good Friday morning so far. How are you doing today? Hey there, Con, welcome in. Thank you for the GGs. But wait, you forgot it's the credits reaching the end. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't quite back then there yet. And hey there, AirPod, welcome in. You've never played Assassin's Creed, what game do you think you should try? Because there's 80% off on all the AC games. Oh damn. That's a pretty good deal. Well, I mean, I would definitely recommend starting with either AC1 or AC2. Because they're pretty much at the start of the franchise, and the series is very much about kind of like the story continuation. Especially when it comes to the modern day story, I definitely recommend starting with one of the earlier games. But it kind of depends, I guess, what you look into playing more. Like if you're more into like the modern gameplay aspects, or if you don't mind playing an older game. But the game that I would say are probably the best entry points would be AC2, Black Flag, and probably Origins. Because they all do kind of like a very good job at explaining the universe, and they are definitely easier to kind of like jump into. Because they don't require you to know too much about, what's happened before. Thank you, Kobe. Welcome back as well. But yeah, I would say in that case, Origins would probably be the best game to jump into, because it's like the most recent gameplay formula. And it's basically about the start of a brotherhood, so, it's like the start of the historical story of the assassins, in a way. Kobe, even though he has a homestead, thinking of Connor alone in that mansion without the old man makes you sad. And Achilles lived there alone for so long as well. Very true, yeah. It's definitely a lively place, but at the same time it can be quite lonely. But yeah, I guess it's how Connor also feels about his village. Or for more people, like, so much life that used to be going on there, and now everybody has left. Ava Digital Descendant, welcome in. One, however, the Ezio trilogy is a good start as well. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind playing an older game, then 1 or 2 would probably be the best games to make a start into. What the fuck? We got 5 Achilleses. Even though he's supposed to be dead, isn't he? What? Yeah. Alright then, game.
A good evening to you.
Oh, he's snoring. Amazing. Let's see what happens if I go out of it and in again.
A good evening to you.
Never mind, what a plot twist. There's actually 6. But yeah, I can't detect with any of them. Interesting. Okay, let's head to the harbor. I can help there. What in the multiverse is going on? Yeah, I have no idea. But for some reason this game has a really weird bug where people get like multiplied. Like all kinds of NPCs, especially Achilles. Also, thank you for clipping that rod. Achilles and his many clones. Indeed. He's doing some true social stuff.
Honor, I simply can't get to all these men in reasonable time. I need help. From you, from anyone. I think I have someone for you.
I have no idea where Diana is supposed to be. There she is.
Diana, come with me. I need your help.
Of course. What's the matter?
Dr. White is overwhelmed and needs some extra hands.
I'm no doctor, Gordon.
Maybe not. But I have seen you care for people before. You have the way of it. Diana, perfect. I'm told you have a healer's hand. Please see to this young man. Connor, if you could help the 2 gentlemen out front.
I have like no idea who we can interact with and who we can't.
Caught some burn off a rope. It happens. Thanks, Skipper.
Because this one I can't interact with.
That's a spot better, sir. Thanks. Oh! Caught a piece of shrapnel in the shoulder. Bad luck. Thank you, Captain.
Many thanks, Captain.
Words. What? Fuck. Interactive with everybody. some reason I couldn't do anything to this guy. Maybe they're like marked differently. I mean, usually they have like the enemy's glow happening.
I caught some burn off a rope. It happens. Thanks, Skipper.
That's a spot better, sir. Thanks.
Many thanks, Captain.
Ah, that's one.
Thanks, Skip. Good of you to help. I should be all right.
Oh!
Caught a piece of shrapnel in the shoulder. Bad luck. Thank you, Captain.
You did well, Connor. But Diana, you impressed me greatly.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I haven't studied the practice or anything.
Maybe not, but your instincts are superb, and you have a healer's touch. If you had the time, I would be grateful for your help on a more regular basis.
Might be Catherine could watch the young ones a few days a week.
And if she can't, we'll find someone who will.
Indeed. And now we have unlocked the potentially last homestead mission. Yeah, there's two apparently. But yeah, let's go back to the homestead. Oh, let's see, there's still like 6 different Achilleses. Only the one.
Old man. Achilles.
A letter? For me?
For me? Yeah, rest in peace, Achilles. The old man of the hoe.
Requiescat in pace.
Indeed. But yeah, I think it's good that he died in his sleep, you know, like having a peaceful death. Not a lot of assassins have been granted such a one. And also, you know, that he got to see the homestead return to, you know, being lively again and not being alone, you know, until the end of his days. Was very, very grateful to have had Connor as well. Hey there, pigs. Welcome in.
What is it? Achilles has passed. I'm so sorry. He passed peacefully and with dignity. A service, then? Yes. Please prepare something appropriate. I will see the grave is dug. Can you gather everyone?
If you are reading this, I have failed to say goodbye as I wanted. But the time never seemed appropriate. I leave this land and all its resources to you. I trust you now know this place has become something of great significance. A community to serve as an example of what this would-be nation could become. But the larger and stronger it grows, the more fragile and difficult to defend it becomes. I hope your friends who are birthing this infant country understand this truth. Your unwavering tenacity and honesty have burdened you with responsibility far greater than any one man should bear. But you, if anyone, are king. You have given an old man hope that all is not lost. And for that, I thank you. I ask that you lay my bones to rest on the hill overlooking the water. There is no other place on this earth I'd rather be. I am grateful to have met you, knowing you will guide this land and these people to a better future. Yours in brotherhood, Achilles.
Prayer and sermon do not suit this occasion. Achilles was not a man of God. Not my God, at any rate. But he certainly believed in a guiding force. And he is at peace now, and for that we can be grateful. We lay him to rest here, atop the bluff where he made his honorable and dignified life. so he can remain that comforting presence, the old man on the hill, that we have all grown to depend on. You all had your own relationships with him, your own moments, and I implore you to return here when the time is right for you and share those stories with the waves and the trees. Achilles, you will be missed, but never forgotten. Go safely, old man. Safely to where your soul need rest.
I will make you proud, old man.
Yeah, it tells us so much about how he feels about Achilles, you know, as a father figure. That, you know, he wants to make him proud. But yeah, welcome in, Hitpix. Thank you for the raid. And how was Uncharted today? But the speech from Achilles is another great example of speeches in this series. Connor's face says so much about how he feels. Absolutely. Yeah, it's so good, you know, that Achilles could write on everything that he couldn't maybe directly tell Connor. But yeah, kind of like showing the depth of, you know, his feelings and also how grateful he is to have met Connor. I've kind of like also gotten out of the mindset that he's been into for lots of years, ever since the Brotherhood has fallen. I wish Adivadi were able to have an ending like this. Absolutely. Instead, you know, being killed by Shay. What an ending that is. It was fun. It was only a short one today because you're busy tomorrow. I gotcha. That's definitely fair. But that's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. How many chapters do you have left in Uncharted now? Yeah, that arsehole Rod. The one and only. Your love to hate him.
Never properly said goodbye to you.
I make my own luck.
Here I am. The weight of my responsibilities never seems to diminish. There is always something else that needs fighting for. This is something you never warned me of. Maybe because you thought I would have been deterred. You would have been wrong, but I know you were not accustomed to that. Life carries on here. The people seem happy. They are certainly safe. At least for now. One of my Brotherhood asked me something I have been struggling with. What happens if, when we win? When we stop the Templars? It is a question I certainly do not know the answer to. Perhaps you did not either. I miss you. As I miss my mother. I hope all is well with you, wherever you are. Goodbye, old man. Until it comes time for me to join you, then I will bother you once again.
There you go. That's Connor's goodbye from Achilles. All the things he couldn't say to Achilles in person either. It really tells you how much, you know, he thought of Achilles as a father. Exactly right, you know, like making the comparison to his mother. It's definitely putting it on the same level. But yeah, I think Go inside here again. Yeah, it's time to put on the painting. Looks a lot like Achilles from AC Rogue, doesn't it? But yeah, that's of course his family, both of which he lost. His son only being 7 years old when he died. But yeah, for some reason AC Rogue thought it was a good idea not to even showcase his family, but also to kind of like diminish the effect that it would have on Achilles for losing both his wife and his son. But yeah, now you know why he couldn't put it up himself yet, because the memory of losing both of them, you know, was way too painful. It would have required them to do research. Yeah, because if I remember correctly as well, they refer to Connor, like the actual son of Achilles, as someone who's much older. But yeah, he was barely 7 when he died. But Jay is talking about Connor as if he was like the same age as he is. Right then, so now there's only the epilogue missions left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to New York, and I think somewhere across the coastline should be the epilogue mission. Yeah, cover up here.
Are they not appetizing? Fresh from the garden. Come and see. The New York Chronicle. Come and see.
Now to find the mission starting point.
America has no need for your services, back to Britain in a box. the oppressor! Cut them down!
Yeah. Liberty for some, and for others it's still not granted, and it won't be granted for a long time. But yeah, it's something to consider and think about when thinking about Independence Day. Okay, and then we should also have a mission in the frontier, back at the Mohawk village. Yeah, that's something that I usually enjoy in the AC games like AC3 or Unity even. That it's not like they try to, showcase one side as like the good side or the bad side. In the political conflicts, it's always like trying to point out the hypocrisies on either.
If you're hungry, have extra.
No, thank you. Where is everyone?
Gone west. Been a while since they left. Seems some fella from New York was granted the land by Congress.
What?
Seen it happen more and more. Government says they don't take land that's already owned, but
How could this have happened?
we're on our own now. No more merry English parts and labour, which means we gotta go at it ourselves. Gotta pay for it too. Selling land is quick and easy, not quite so nasty as taxes. And since some say they're what started the old war, ain't no rush to bring 'em back. Clever men, these new leaders of ours. They know not to push it just yet. Too soon for taxes. Too British.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Yeah. Everybody is gone. Driven away from the land. Going into a west where I also eventually be pushed back yet again. That's like the really tragic thing here about Connor's story, it's not even all the other stuff that happened to him, of like losing Haven, losing Achilles, of course, but also a lot of other people. It's, the fact that he couldn't do his initial goal, of protecting his land and his people. That's the whole reason, he went out to join the assassins and to look for Achilles and be so persistent. But yeah, in the end, he even lost that. What a good example of how even when something is considered unnecessary, it will eventually be considered absolutely necessary. The idea that brings people who don't want will be upheld, but eventually what they don't want will be put into action down the line anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it's always very dependent of the situation, I guess. And then it can change just like that. kind of like gives us another marker in Boston, but I don't think there's actually another mission.
So I've planted 2 of our pivots. Not easy from my end, believe you me. But there they are. You can see those 2 activating a buried one. Kinda. If you drop the 3rd one we have, the buried pivot's precise location should resolve. Then go gather the hex cipher, rinse, and repeat. If you get a chance, I'd love to see Franklin's glass harmonica in person. Just a side note. Have fun!
Right. It's kind of like a modern day puzzle kind of thing. I've never actually done that. Nor do I think this gets triggered anymore on the remaster. At least in my last couple playthroughs, it didn't. I guess you still might have the opportunity to go into the map and choose it. You think they took it out of the remaster? Yeah, because I don't remember doing this or even, you know, getting like this dialogue here. And it wasn't before I played the remaster that I did like a full 100% sync run of the game. I'm not gonna do this in this playthrough because, you know, I play without the HUD and I feel like this is definitely something very dependent on the map. Ubisoft server is not available at this time, please try again later. Right. So because the server's offline, I guess you can't even do this anymore? Yeah, pretty much. So not even in the original you can do this. But maybe that's why they took it out in the remaster, because they didn't, you know, kind of like, they didn't host any servers anyway. Because there's like no multiplayer or anything like that. It doesn't really add anything anyway. I gotcha. So what do you unlock at the end of doing this? Is there like anything? We remember this on the PS3, but it was ages ago. I gotcha. Yeah, I think it definitely is tied to that. The fact that they turned off the servers for the older AC games. Because otherwise this should still be available. Get nothing? Oh. That's disappointing. Wasn't it something you could find on some cliff at the homestead? Or was it something else? Cliff on the homestead. Yeah, you can get Achilles' outfit. I'm not quite sure what unlocks it right now. But yeah, you can unlock that one for sure. Yeah, that's true. For the economy system and crafting, you need like a special kind of like material. And there's kind of like a chest that spawns down here, I believe. Yeah, this chest over here. If you get to a certain point, then it spawns, and then you can loot it and use it for the crafting system. Because I think there's no other way to obtain the material otherwise. It's a really odd choice to do that. And I never realized you had to do that until I did like a 100% sync challenge at one point. But yeah, that's the thing. But yeah guys, this is where our AC3 celebration playthrough with a No-HUD challenge comes to an end. Because now we have finished both the main story and all of the homestead missions. Which is what I set out to do for this playthrough. But yeah, I gotta say, I really enjoyed doing another No-HUD challenge with this one, because I've only done it ever once before, on like all of the AC games up until Odyssey. And I'm honestly thinking about maybe doing like a full No-HUD challenge again next year for all of the games. However, I think it would mean that I don't really force myself to do any specific content or like all mission types or something. Because I would like to do it like more in a fashion where I look on the map as little as possible. And I noticed, especially for homestead missions, it really forces you to look at the map quite often. So I'd rather, you know, focus on main story, I think, and do kind of like whatever I come across. Thanks for the mission pass. There's also a final conversation with Washington Connor can have, which if you want to get the challenge related to it, you must also do aside from doing during the main game. Yeah, that's true as well. Like, I've never actually done the George Washington dialogues up until after my completionist run. It's kind of crazy how much, you know, dialogues and side missions are kind of like hidden.
Where is Charles Lee gone?
All around AC3. Also the thief mission, which doesn't really trigger until you like loot and pickpocket lots of money. Thanks for GG's, Rod. I appreciate it. No worries whatsoever, Con. Thank you for being here and for watching me play AC3. Thanks, Gobi. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, Rod. I had a really good time doing this celebration stream. It was also kind of like a nice change of pace from Valhalla, because obviously I've been playing the RPG games for quite a few months now, and yeah, getting back to like an old school game like this is always welcome. Kind of like reminding yourself, you know, where AC has been a couple years back. But yeah, on Sunday we get back even further, because on Sunday AC1 is gonna have its 50th year anniversary on the 30th of November. So I'm gonna do a special playthrough of that as well. And what I'm gonna be doing, I think, is gonna be also a No-HUD challenge. However, I'm gonna combine it with kind of like a immersive challenge, I guess. Where, for example, I can't kill any innocents or any soldiers except for the target. Or anything that directly stands in the way between the target and us. So I'm gonna come up with like a specific rule set to kind of like play more like ITE would, maybe? And still have like the No-HUD challenge on top of it. But replaying these earlier games really help you get a fresh experience after spending a lot of time with the newer games. Absolutely, yeah. And it's also good that they're not quite as long, you know, you don't have to spend ages to get these games done. 15th? You keep hearing 50th. Yeah, maybe my pronunciation was off there. But yeah, I'm talking about the 15th anniversary. Would be kind of crazy if AC1 was 50 years old.
Good day, Connor.
Hello, Dr. White. Diana?
Hello there, Connor.
Diana and I were just having a look over our equipment and facilities. They've seen a great deal of use in the last few days.
So things have turned for the better.
Better than it ever was in Boston. I was missing my apprentice when things first exploded, but now I have Diana. She's better than he was in every respect.
And are you happy, Diana?
I never thought this would be my path, but now that I'm here, I admit it feels right.
Collect off flags without the HUD challenge. I mean, That sounds like an excellent idea. Definitely want to do that. Yeah, I still remember when I tried to collect all the flags in AC1 naturally without using a guide or anything, and I ended up like looking across the same district for like 4 hours straight. You know, and then you like get to like 25 out of 33, and then you still gotta get like another 8. And there could be like hidden anywhere in the district. It's like, it's driving you insane. And then imagine doing that with a no-HUD, you know, I would probably go batshit crazy. Kobe, please clean your glasses, doctor. Yeah, I think he's only wearing them to look educational or something. 50 years later, he would still watch people play these games. Same here, Desmond. Yeah. I don't think I ever get tired of Assassin's Creed. At least in the last 15 years, I haven't. Oh, thank you, sir.
This inn has turned out better than I could have imagined.
Oh, they seem to be enjoying themselves. Wait. Out of my way. Also got Big Dave in here. Smoking a pipe. But then if you touch water, restart the whole game. Oh yeah. That would be a very good challenge to do. Especially with, you know, the assassination mission at the harbor. Yeah, that really would be cruel. Too cruel to enjoy for me. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna actually play anything else today anymore. Because I would only probably be online for another hour anyways. But yeah, the next stream you will see from me will be on Sunday with AC1. Start of our anniversary playthrough, and then for next week we'll probably also focus a bit more on that game and probably throw in like one session of Valhalla to start off the Siege of Paris DLC.
But I need money, sir. I'm poor, I'm sick and hungry.
And yeah, when it's time to also hear a lot of that being said. I suppose thief. You are filth. When Horizon No-HUD challenge. I mean, that could be interesting actually. Actually wonder how other games would be like without the HUD, you know, because I've only ever really played the AC games without the HUD, not anything else. It'd also be cool to see for Red Dead Redemption how that would feel like, considering it's like super immersive. We'll be hearing Susan a lot. Yeah, for sure. Always got a laugh when she's in one of the games doing voice acting. First. Amazing. Nobody actually redeemed that before. I guess at some point, once a few hours have passed, everybody assumes it has already been redeemed. But yeah. Let's have a look here at the DNA tracker. So we finished with 53% synchronization, which essentially is just like main story and homestead missions. A couple of those things in there as well, which I guess helps. That's definitely the lowest percentage run I've done in quite a while with this game, because usually I you know, go for like all the side missions and all that type of stuff because of how good it is. But yeah, with a No-HUD challenge, if you don't wanna, you know, look on the map all the time, that would be quite a lengthy process. But yeah guys, this is where we're gonna go and call it for today. I wanna thank you all so much for coming by and for joining me for the end of AC3 here. I'm actually gonna be in a stream tomorrow when Levi is doing some Forza Horizon 4. I'm gonna be joined by, or we're gonna be joined by Mexi, Demise, and Crested. And yeah, we're gonna do some racing together. So if you wanna catch that, I'm not gonna be streaming it myself, and you can have a look over there and maybe leave a follow. And yeah, I'm gonna be in there. And then of course I'm gonna be back on Sunday with EC1. It's unusual to see me do anything less than 100%. Right. Always gotta do the in-depth playthroughs. Thank you so much, Rod, I appreciate it. Thank you again also for the raid earlier. And yeah, I hope you have a good start into your weekend. Just want to give a shout out here to Rod and to Mola. Rod is also a big fan of Assassin's Creed. He's also doing a playthrough with a celebration stream of AC3 currently. He's doing like one regular playthrough, and then he's gonna be doing one where he's focusing on the music a bit more. And yeah, you can also catch him play other games like Tomb Raider, Prince of Persia, Batman, Arkham series, Grand Theft Auto, and lots more. So if you enjoy these types of games, then definitely go ahead and check out Rod's channel. And also check out Mola. Mola has been playing a variety of different games. From Grounded, he's also been doing a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. And what's special about his Red Dead 2 playthrough is that he's going for a no honor playthrough. So trying to be like the worst Arthur can be. It's a quite interesting and unique playthrough, so definitely recommend checking that out as well, if you haven't yet. And that's no worries of a shout out whatsoever, Rod. More than happy to give you one. And thank you, Kobe. Yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm also a streamer. So if you wanna follow me, feel free to do so. But yeah, let's go ahead and find a raiding target. Who's online? Cheers, Desmond. You have a good one. Thank you also for joining, and thanks again for following earlier too. Have a good weekend, and yeah, see you soon. Okay, I think we're gonna go and say hi to Fenlight today. He's playing something called Marvel Snap. I've never heard of it before, but it's always a good time over on his channel. So let's have a look. It looks like a card game. Like a Marvel inspired card game, maybe? If you want to join us for the raid here, there's some raid emotes that Kobe posted in chat. We got one for subs and one for non-subs. So feel free to choose whatever, you know, applies for you. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Take care and have a good rest of your day.